Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfella, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you, get 18% off. We out.
All right, Ruben Villa last night lost to Emanuel Navarrete. I think it was a unanimous decision. It really wasn't much to talk about in this fight. It was pretty much not competitive until the end when, kind of Villa figured out Emanuel Navarrete. But let's talk about it. Don't forget that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And Navarrete got some terrible footwork. You know what I'm saying? He throwing off platform. He throwing awkward shots, and I think he just gets by with his size. You know what I'm saying? And he was, 5'7", 72-inch reach. To give you an idea, 72-inch reach is the same reach that Errol Spence got at 147 pounds. So, last night, Navarrete just came in. I think he dropped Villa in the first round. Villa already had in his mind that he had to be perfect, and he couldn't fight Emanuel Navarrete fight for 1 second. And he eventually got put down, I think, first by uppercut. And that was kind of a sweet uppercut, but as the fight went on, he got dropped again. He started to figure out Emanuel Navarrete. But he just couldn't hurt him, or he just couldn't punch, and that was the issue. And when you come in with 5 knockouts, I don't think Navarrete's even respected his power not once. And he was punching off balance, and Navarrete is just a real awkward fighter with terrible footwork. He carry a good punch, but he able to get by because he's so long, so he can get away with those off-platform punches. Because when he missed, and he was kind of like fighting like a bolo fight where he kind of throw these circus shots, and he can get away with it because Villa wasn't making him pay. So when he missed bad, Villa was pretty much in defensive mode. He wasn't ready to pretty much try to make a move off of his mistake, and that was a huge problem in that fight because Villa didn't have no power. But when you don't have no power, you pretty much have to be perfect in the ring. And you have to take advantage of the counter shots because the shot that he don't see coming is the only shot that you got in your arsenal that probably can hurt him or get respect or, knock him out. But, Villa, he was on balance yesterday, but it was nothing perfect. He just had no real punch variety. He had a jab and a two, and he was a southpaw, I believe. And, he didn't really extensively use early on his straight left hand. And he just didn't have no power, and that's probably because he don't know how to punch. He always thinking about moving instead of setting and really generate power. And I think somebody show him how to punch. He might be a dangerous fighter. He kind of puts you in the mind of Caleb Plant. But Caleb Plant, when he knows how to set his feet sometimes and really generate power. Villa don't know how to set his feet. And Navarrete, he fights somebody that got some talent. He gonna get put. He gonna be in some trouble. And the issue is in his division. Can't nobody probably really beat him besides Gary Russell, and I'll get there. But, Villa started coming on hot down the stretch, and we know Navarrete missed weight in the first try. And he started coming down hot off the stretch. He started to figure Navarrete out, and he was busting Navarrete's face up a little bit, and his face was busted up as well. And he started to come on like the last 5 out of 6 rounds, or last 4 out of 5 rounds. He started, putting in work, and he was touching Emanuel Navarrete, and he closed the gap. But the 2 knockdowns were just too much to ignore, and Navarrete pretty much dominated the early rounds. But, he needed to learn how to basically, be on balance. But he'd get away with that at 26 and 22 because he's so much bigger than everybody else. 5'7", 72-inch reach. Unless he fights somebody that can like pretty much match his size and he got some talent, he might even be too much for Gary Russell. Gary Russell got them T-Rex on. This is what Keith Thurman said. This is about Pacquiao. Josh Warrington, no, he too little. I never seen Zoo can fight. And then who else is a title holder there? WBO. I don't know who the IBF champion is. I don't know if it's Josh Warrington. The WBA is vacant. They be fighting for the WBA super title. Zucan and Josh Warrington. And then you got Gary Russell. And Navarrete won the WBO belt last night. But, kind of finished on Villa. He just didn't know how to punch. And when you come in not knowing how to punch, you got a guy that can punch. And I think Navarrete's carried his power up from 122 to 126. Ain't nothing he can do about it. He was too long and too strong. But Villa started to close the gap and box and stick and move. I just don't think his defense was good enough. He didn't have enough pop. But, Navarrete, I think stock went down last night. You know what I'm saying? He was just, he was looking stupid. Even down the stretch when he was losing, he was looking stupid, missing shots, punching off platform, footwork everywhere, all over the floor. So he get in there with somebody that got some talent. I think he gonna definitely be in trouble if he move up to 130. When you fighting guys like Burchett, Shakur, Herring, Frampton, you fighting those guys, bigger guys, he gonna really be in trouble when he fights somebody his own size. You know what I'm saying? He was able to beat Dog Bay, because he was so much longer and bigger than Dog Bay. That's a big, long, loopy guy. And when you get in there and you throw those looping shots, when you get in there with somebody that got some talent, Shakur Stevenson and him would be a good fight. And I think Shakur dominates him. You know what I'm saying? Because Emanuel Navarrete was looking like an amateur a lot in that fight. Even the times when he was knocking him down and doing stuff, he leaving himself wide open because he know he's so long that nobody be able to touch him. But if he fights somebody like Shakur, Burchett, somebody in that class of fighter that's bigger and stronger, he might have some issues. But last night I think it was a stock down for him, man. He need to find a coach that can teach him how to be on balance and pretty much, teach him how to move his feet. But his feet was all over the place last night. But, who can beat him? Who would be a good fight? I mean, Russell would be a good fight. He got so many. He got so much length on Russell though, so that'd be an interesting fight. I think Gary Russell might have a chance. I think if he able to get inside that reach, that'd be interesting. But he just got so much longer arms. That'd be an interesting fight. If Gary Russell is really about that life and trying to fight Terrence Crawford and Devin Haney, and he gonna have to show that he can beat a guy that got the arm length advantage, of Navarrete. Obviously, Gary Russell got the hand speed, but that dude is real long and he powerful. That'd be a good challenge, Gary Russell had to break him down to the body and then kill the head. But I'd like to see that fight. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they can rematch with, he could do the fight where Diego, you know what I'm saying? With Jesse Magadon, excuse me. He pulled out the fight saying there wasn't enough money. Maybe he can do that fight. What's so funny about it, Dog Bay took the belt away from Jesse Magadano, and then Navarrete took the belt away from him. So him and Jesse should fight at 126. It'll be a good fight. But I don't think Warrington can beat him. I don't think Galahad can beat him. I haven't seen who can fight, so I can't speak on that. But I don't think a lot of these guys can beat him. Just facts. I just think Gary Russell might be the one to beat him. But if he go up to 130, then he might have a problem. Then you got Roberzio too, the Cuban gold medalist who beat Shakur in the Olympics. So you got him too. So I mean, Navarrete just get by with his size and his height. He gonna be tough to beat. So it's gonna take a guy who can match his size or a guy who got skills or a little bit of both. But right now, this 126-pound division is kind of dry. I don't really think Warrington is that talented. I think Emanuel Navarrete is just getting by on size and athleticism. And I think Navarrete and Gary Russell is the fight to make there. But I mean, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Let me know what you guys think, y'all.